Hey everybody, Mexican here. It's Little Kitty Podcast. It's not too long. Today I'm joined again by the fat, tubby piece of shit Zorro. Sitting in my lap. Like a little fat boy. Zorro, what do you think about the Israel-Palestine conflict, huh? Who do you think that was... Yeah? No, you want to be a fat piece of shit and just eat more food? Oh, okay. Oh, you like whichever side gives you more treats? Oh, I get it. Oh, I see. Oh, everybody, I don't know if you heard. There's trouble in the Middle East again. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think the great Adam Carolla made that joke, you know. He's like, if you were to time travel and see a newspaper, and the newspaper said headline in the middle, or the headline is trouble in the Middle East, you'd never know what year you were in, you know? Because it's basically every goddamn year. You know, actually, I was looking at this old comic I drew like 15 years ago, which was about Israel bombing Gaza. You know, and that was 15 years ago. Nothing's really changed, huh? Nothing's really changed. Everybody hates everybody else. Yeah, I know. That's one thing. That's one thing that I like about these, Israel-Palestine conflict. There, you know, they don't just complain about shit online. You know, they actually, you know, pick up guns and start shooting each other. That's, I mean, you know, if you really are pissed at people, you should just start doing terrorist attacks, right? You can't just be commenting online like a lazy piece of shit. All right? What do you think that's going to change anything? Nobody cares about your online tweets or your X's, whatever they're called now. All right? You need to pick up goddamn AK-47. I'm just joking. Don't actually do that. Don't actually do that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about the strategy of Hamas over there, but I mean, what was that meeting like? You know, before they attacked, they're like, okay, everybody, we finally got some weapons from Iran. We got all those tanks and shit from Al Qaeda, or from not Al Qaeda. What's the Taliban? Taliban gave us those tanks that Joe Biden left there. It's time to fuck shit up in Israel. They're like, all right, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna target their power plants, their ports, their military bases? No, we're gonna attack a rave with lots of dumb drunk girls. It's like, I don't know if that's militarily important. You know, I think that's just gonna. Maybe we should attack some of their infrastructure, you know, so they can't retaliate against it. Maybe attack like their missile defense system there, you know. Maybe we should attack that there. I mean, yeah, the rave, that's a good idea too. The rave, that's, I mean, it's really strategically important for the, I'm okay, you know, I often say, movie studios should hire me to read their scripts, you know, and, correct all the dumb shit mistakes they make. Well, I think Hamas, you need to hire me as your military strategist. What are you doing over there? You're attacking raves? You're killing the women and the children and the baby? Come on, you gotta attack some military targets there, all right? What are you doing, man? How do you guys suck this bad at military strategy? I don't understand. Like, what's your goal here? I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Jeez, Hamas. Oh, I miss Hezbollah. Don't you guys remember Hezbollah? Hezbollah. I think, yeah, Hezbollah was, I think they were part of Lebanon there. Different country, but no one in America. No, Lebanon, Palestine, whatever. They're all the same. They're all the same there, huh? They're all Muslim countries. So, you know what Israel and Palestine need to do? They need to find Jesus. That's what they need. They both need to find Jesus, because then they'll be Christians, and then they won't fight anymore, because they'll have found Jesus. They can stop believing in false idols. All right? Everybody knows the Torah and the Quran is not the true word of God. Right? You need the Holy King James Bible, written in 16th century Shakespearean English. Okay? That's the best version. Thou art in heaven. You know who we should really blame for all, you know, everyone's always blaming, you know, they're always like, oh, this is Israel's fault. They're taking over the land there. They're blowing shit up, and then everyone's like, oh, this is Hamas's fault. They're shooting rockets. How about I do? Well, really, if we think about it, it's really all Hitler's fault. You know, goddamn Hitler. The guy's a real jerk, as Norm Macdonald used to say. You know, if it wasn't for Hitler, you know, Israel never would have been created, you know? Goddamn Hitler wanted to kill all the Jews. And then, like, you know, he almost succeeded there. And afterwards, everyone's like, maybe we should make a country for the Jewish people there, you know, so people will stop hating them. Then, of course, we can also blame England, you know, because that was, England had their empire or whatever, you know. They had got the history of the British Empire in the Middle East is just so fucked up. Like, almost every Middle Eastern country are just like random lines that the British government decided to draw, you know. Like Iraq, right? Iraq was like 3 different, you know, they have like the Kurds and the Sunnis and the Shia. And that's why even the people inside Iraq, they all hated each other, you know, until Saddam came along. He's like, you guys stop fighting and start hating me, all right? Or else I'm going to come to your wedding and have my sons adopt, you know, I don't even want to mention what Saddam used to do there, but, that's basically, you know, the history of the Middle East there is, the UK, Queen Elizabeth was like, oh, what should I do? I've had 3 white wine spritzers, and now I think I shall draw a map with my crayons. You know, and so she just drew a map there, you know, in the Middle East there, you know. Made all these weird countries there. If you don't like the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, you know, those used to be like, I don't know, like 12 different countries or something. 12 different little kingdoms, little princedoms, you know. Then they all decided to join up into one little country there. In one little cute little country. We can have a bunch of oil and a bunch of slaves from Qatar. It'll be fun. What was it talking about there? Oh yeah, we could also blame the British people, you know? It's like, okay, you wanted to create a Jewish state there. Why don't you make it somewhere else, you know? Besides like the one place like that's full of people that hate Jews even more than the Germans did, you know? It's like you could have made it like maybe in Africa or something, or like part of India, you know, India and Pakistan, you know. I guess Pakistan's Muslim too, you know. But maybe they could have put it somewhere else, right? I mean, they could have put it in like Canada or something, right? Israel, like, put it up there, you know. Nobody cares about Canada, right? Or even they could have put it in the United States, maybe like South Dakota. You know, nobody even lives in South Dakota, you know. It's like there's not even any. Is that where Mount Rushmore is? Is that in South Dakota or North Dakota? I don't know, but for the sake of argument, I'm going to say it's in North Dakota. There's nothing in South Dakota. Why don't we just put Israel there? That'll be called New Israel. South Dakota. Hey, that's a great solution, don't you think? We should so everybody in Israel can just move to South Dakota. I mean, who's going to care about that? Nobody's going to care. It's going to make everyone happy, you know? Israelites can live in peace, you know? America loves the Jews, you know? They control our banks. You know, the Muslims will all be happy because the Jews will be gone from their oil country. You know, they'll start hating each other again. You know, they'll start doing the Sunni Shia war there. You know, they'll start killing each other. You know, it'll make, you know, North Dakota will be happy too. You know, because they don't have to be. They can just be Dakota. You know, they don't have to have the North in their name anymore. You know, they'll just be Dakota. They will have Israel. Goddamn Hitler. Goddamn. What was that guy's name? Chamberlain? Was that his? Super Nintendo Chalmers? What was that guy's name? Churchill. Goddamn warrior. Goddamn Churchill. Anyway. You know what it reminds? You know, like everyone's like, what? You know, this has been going on for 80 years, man. I mean, it's like every time there's like a war or conflict, everyone's like, oh my God, how can you believe it? It's like, what do you mean? It's been going on for 80 years. It's the same thing. Same thing happens all the time, you know? Oh boy. Yeah, I guess the conflict will never end until one side just kills everyone on the other side. I don't know if you've ever seen this anime called Shingeki no Kyojin. It's a very, very popular anime in Japan. It's called Attack on Titan. It's very popular. Kids love it. It's about giants. It's about giants that eat people, and they don't have any penises or butts. They just eat people and then barf them up. But it turns out the giants are part of a secret race, or not a secret race, but, you know, they're Jewish people, basically. And, you know, they're inside this walled island that they were sent to. See, that's the thing. I don't know about Shinkanking, if it's supposed to be about Jewish people or if it's supposed to be about the Palestinian people, because like they're in a walled island there, and the motif is they're all like German, the architecture and the clothing and everything is all German style. So there's definitely got to be like a parallel there about the Jews there, and then for the longest time, these people, they all think they're they don't know what's beyond the walls because all the giants are there, but eventually they go beyond the walls and they find out that the real world sent them there, kind of like a prison, because they're the secret race of people that can turn into giants, and they don't want the giant people to attack them, and then the one dude, Eren, he gets all the powers of the nine special giants. There's also special giants. They have special magical giant powers, and they can steal each other's powers if they eat each other. So he eventually eats a bunch of other people, so he gets a bunch of giant powers, and he becomes the ultimate giant. So he turns into like this giant skeleton thing that's really big, and he decides to do a genocide on the rest of the entire world because they want to kill him and his race of people, and he decides, well, this conflict's never going to end, so I'm just going to have to kill everyone else in the entire world. And I don't know how it ends because the anime hasn't finished yet. Comes out next month. But so I'm not exactly sure what the moral of the story is there. I'm not exactly sure, like how we should interpret this. I'm gonna have to wait till next month there. Of course, the manga already finished. The comic already finished. But I don't know how to read. So I wait for the animated version there. Anyway. So I guess that's the only solution, right? One of them's gonna have to. They're all gonna have to die, right? It's a bummer, man. That's the only solution. Genocide is the only solution. It's the final solution. Oh, anyway, let's not make light of tragedy, okay? Bad stuff happens. I probably wouldn't be joking about this if it was. God, you know what's really fucking crazy is all the footage of it. I have not watched any of that. Like, none of that. I don't. People that watch that shit, something's wrong with you. All right, I'm trying to not pay attention at all to this shit and all the fighting. Everyone's taking sides. Oh, you gotta take. Oh, you love Jew. Oh, you love the Muslims. Oh, you love the Jew. Oh, you hate the Jew. Oh, you hate the Muslims. I don't know. Who do we hate? Who are we supposed to hate? Can't we just hate both of them? Can't we just hate both of them? They both suck. You both suck. You're both annoying. You're both ruining the world. Anyway, thanks for listening. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow.